Hey, you guys think you know which way it's going to go?
Yeah.
Always.
Well, you should head on and over to Sports Interaction, whatever sport. Sports Interaction has you covered pregame, live and betting, and all major sports. And, of course, your prop bets. If you want to bet, where do you go, guys?
Sports Interaction.
Sportsinteraction.com/STPN. Come on. 19 plus, please play responsibly. It's an interesting season because they did start so poorly and now are absolutely rolling and dominating. Do you think that they have, guys, the opportunity here and do you think that they have the space to actually catch Boston? And I know a lot of people are like, well, there's a lot of games left. Of course they can. But the way Boston's playing, at the clip that they're playing at, is it possible they sustain this the entire year? And is it possible that maybe they don't? Maybe they become less than the greatest team we've seen in a generation, and the Leafs might be able to catch them, make it interesting.
Here's what I'm trying to look up. So the top teams: Boston, Carolina, Toronto is in third, tied for second actually with Carolina, Vegas, New Jersey, and then even going down to 6-7, you got Dallas, Pittsburgh. All of those teams, each and every one of those teams has gone through a skid of some sort. The Bruins haven't gone through any of that. They've had hardships, but they haven't had a skid at all. So I guess the question becomes, are they ever going to have one? And if they do, are the Leafs going to be able to continue their hot streak while the Bruins are skidding? Like, a lot of things. Right. It's unbelievable how many things have to fall into place in order to win the President's Trophy. The Leafs are 7-2-1 in their last 10. They're 13-2-3 at home. They're 500 on the road. That's not very good, but 8-5-3. They're 21-7-6 overall. You could not ask more out of this season other than spilled milk, which is the first 10 games or so of the season, but that's gone. So could the Leafs play the best hockey they've played in a generation the entire rest of the way and still not win it? Like, did the ship sail on the President's Trophy in October? Is it entirely possible?
I don't want to believe that.
I think that's fine. Like, winning the President's Trophy doesn't mean much for your playoff chances we've seen in the last decade.
No, but go for it.
Oh, definitely. You're trying to win every game, Steve.
At the end of the day, the Leafs are in pursuit of a trophy.
Right.
They're trying to win a trophy. It's not the President's Trophy, but why not practice?
Right. Well, and
No.
and to that point, it doesn't matter how well how close they make it unless they actually take the President's Trophy from the Bruins, because the Atlantic beyond Toronto, Tampa, and Boston has been pretty weak this year. And it's, at least from this point, looking like, unless Detroit somehow squeaks in, those are the only three teams that are getting in, which means Toronto is guaranteed to play Tampa no matter how good they do.
It's unreal.
No matter how good they do.
You got to watch out for Buffalo there. Buffalo's, they've been on a hot streak. They're 7-2-1 in their last 10, won 4 in a row. They seem to be charging up the standings real quick.
Here's how difficult it is to win the President's Trophy. The Leafs are 7-2-1 in their last 10. They have lost a point on Boston during that stretch and got passed by Carolina. That's how hard it is.
President's Trophy, like, I'm so out on the President's Trophy. Like, why?
I'm out on playing Tampa in the first round, man. I'm out.
They should try and win 82 games. Like, is that not a thing that we all know? Like, yeah, you try and win every game.
I think in the context,
if they fall short of the President's Trophy, who cares?
It's a little different that it's within reach. Yes, you're trying to win every game, but you saw how different when there is a mantle, something changes. You saw that the Leafs, when Marner was on his streak, straight up played differently. Marner, when he was approaching that streak, straight up played differently. He did. He was missing empty nets. He looked visibly nervous, and then he got it. He got it. Now he's this new monster. It's, you go into every game trying to win, but I'm saying there's just a little extra added something when the win can mean that much more.
I feel like
also I just don't want to play Tampa in the first round. Is that okay? Can I admit that?
That's fair. Yeah, try to win the division.
Second round
every game. You
know? Yeah,
I feel
here's what it would look like.
Talking about Zdeno Chara, You know, like, oh, you needed the extra motivation. Like, there wasn't enough just to win every game. You needed to go make up motivation. Oh, we gotta get the President's Trophy. Why don't you just win every
team
game?
won, by the way. So
Chara's team did win.
whatever Chara needed that worked, I think we should praise and not criticize.
Yeah, man. What? By the way, man, I was so hoping for something fun to come out of that segment, like Bieksa and Chara, like a one-on-one on Hockey Night in Canada or something. What a fart, man! He just seemed sour. He seemed so sour about it. And I'm like, come on, Bieksa, you're the funny one. Do the funny thing. And he's just like, we had a great leadership group. Yeah, okay, great, that's cool, but you didn't win. So why don't we have some fun with this and make some fun out of this? I don't know, man. Made me sad. Made me sad. I wanted a celebrity boxing or something. I don't know.
Hockey Night in Canada is perfect, according to Steve Daigle.
It is. Yeah. It is. And the other reason I would love for the Leafs to catch Boston is right now the Washington Capitals are like 8th place. I like that. Listen, I might live to regret this, but I like the Leafs versus Washington a heck of a lot more than I do the Leafs versus Tampa.
Even though the Caps just ran the Leafs show?
Yeah, it's one game. I think the Leafs will be okay. I think they'd be okay. I know they have to slay the dragon eventually. I know the road to the Cup's gonna have to go through Tampa or Boston this year. I know that. But sometimes you just don't you want to avoid a little conflict? A little bit? No?
I think the Leafs journey, like, let's allow ourselves to dream. After all, it is Christmas.
Yes.
If this is the year, if I think it would be amazing for the journey if they have to go through the team that this whole group cut their playoff teeth on. If they have to go through Washington first, as the President's Trophy winner, which Washington was when the Leafs played them. Then in the second round, you got to go through Boston because of course you do. There's no situation where the Leafs can play Washington, Boston, then Tampa, right? Maybe if Tampa's the top wild card, maybe. But I don't know. Don't make me do math. That would be perfect, though. Any combination of they got to play Washington, then Boston, then Tampa, and then of course in the final they got to play the Blue Jackets. Or something.
When was the last time a President's Trophy winner won the Stanley Cup?
God, that's got to be a long time.
I don't know.
Can you tell me off the top of your head? I know.
Thank you.
It's trivia.
Last time the President's Trophy winner. Detroit in 08?
The
New Jersey in 95.
The 2013.
That one should have been obvious. Yeah, that team was unbeatable.
It's going to be, unless it happens this year, it's going to be a decade. The President's Trophy doesn't mean playoff success.
Does it mean more than one round?
It might mean,
usually.
It mean second round?
It doesn't mean going past the second round. So I'll read off to you the last President's Trophies, the last 10 years of President's Trophies.
Okay.
Florida Panthers lost in the second round. Colorado Avalanche lost in the second round. Boston Bruins lost in the second round. Tampa Bay Lightning lost in the first round. Predators second round. Caps second round. Capitals second round. Rangers conference finals. Bruins second round.
So you're telling me there's only a 10% chance the Leafs will lose in the first round if they win the President's Trophy?
I'm into it.
Let's go.